Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel and today's video. So the Swedish word of the day is headache, which is in Swedish huvudvärk. Huvudvärk. I've had a headache for about, I would say that I've had a headache for about 1.5 weeks, constant. So I'm going on a lot of medication. I have no idea why I have a headache. My boyfriend thinks I'm tense about upcoming stuff. So speaking about my boyfriend, we're actually going out on a little date night, so I thought that I would do a little get ready with me. I just took a little scrunchie to put up my hair. I'm gonna start off with the NYX Bear With Me primer. I'm just gonna pat it into the skin. I don't know what kind of foundation I want to use today actually. I have a planet growing right here. It's very, very red, but once you put makeup on it, you can't really see it, so that's fantastic. I'm also gonna take a little bit of this primer. This is from Physicians Formula. I have this in my current Shop My Stash. I'm trying to use this one up, and I can't really get anything out of this. It has started to change the smell a little bit, so that is why I'm trying to change it up, but I think I actually have to open this one up and try and scoop some product out. Ah, shit. Fuck. That one disappeared on me. Thank you. Oh, it's so slobby here. I'm just gonna pat this in as well on my skin. I just want to get a little bit of like luminosity to my skin. Nicholas and I, we don't usually like celebrate or anything when we have like a year anniversary, or when we have, well, when we have anniversaries, yearly anniversaries, then we celebrate by doing something. We never really buy gifts for each other, but now we've been together for 5.5 years, and that feels insane. And we're actually planning on doing something. I don't want to say what it is because I think that people will be like, no, you're gonna regret it, don't do it. It's not like we're not gonna get a kid or anything. I'm just gonna get up my little nose piercing. I'm gonna use my Ardell foundation because it's date night and I usually use this. It's actually today when I'm filming Black Friday, and I wasn't planning on buying this Ardell foundation, but I did. I just felt like, no, wait, I have to put on my backup. Okay, I can put on my backup concealer after this. But I just felt like I cannot live without it. I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy a backup, because when I saw the price, I was like, how can you not? It was like seriously less than 100 Swedish crowns, which is like, I don't even know. It's already affordable when you see it on full price, but it was 81 Swedish crowns, which might be like $7 or something. So I was like, you know what? It's time to pick this bad boy up. And I checked on some of my older videos because I was recording a video and I wanted to see how long I had this. And I've only had this for 6 months, but I just love everything about it. Like right now you can see that I have just put it on with a brush, and I have gone in with a little bit of a thicker layer just because of the fact that I am going on a date night. So I usually go in with something that has a bit more coverage. I can go out with something that has less coverage as well, but this is what I'm doing right now. And I just feel like the skin looks so beautiful. It looks so fresh. It looks absolutely beautiful. It doesn't feel like I'm wearing a mask, and it has a medium to full coverage. I think you could build this up to like a full coverage. I mean, the redness that I had right here is almost gone. And yeah, I love this foundation. I rave about it all the time, and it's amazeballs. So I just put on a little bit of the backup concealer off camera, and now I'm just going in with a sponge just to pick up the excess of the foundation. This is a sponge from June Co, or whatever they're called. They came to Beauty Bay, and I was actually looking for sponges. I had purchased the Makeup Revolution ones that I've talked a couple of times about that I don't like, so these came just in time. But the problem I have with them is that they are velvety. So even though I have gone to wet my sponge and everything, it still doesn't feel wet. It feels dry, and there's something about it that feels so wrong. Now, I'm not saying that the sponge is bad. I'm just saying that it's different, and I have a hard time getting used to it. But now I thought that I would do my eyeshadow. So I'm just gonna prime a little bit and pick out palettes, and then I'll be right back. I'm actually gonna take the Good Sport palette from Colourpop. So I think I'm gonna do a little bit of a hot crease, and then I'm gonna do purple on the lid. Love that. I'm gonna use the Colourpop, what's it called? It's my Pleasure palette, my favorite from Colourpop. So starting off with High Hopes, which is this brown. Speaking about Colourpop and Black Friday, I spent some money. I have been so good. I haven't bought an eyeshadow palette. I haven't bought anything for such a long time. Okay, I have bought shit. I have definitely bought shit, but I haven't bought a lot of products, or especially eyeshadows, and I've been having so much fun using the products that I've already had. But now something just came over me. I don't know what it was. I'm gonna take a little bit of the yellow as well, which is the yellow, as you probably could tell. Something just came over me and I don't really know what it was, but when Black Friday happened on Beauty Bay, I just went for it. So I've bought the Jackie Aina palette, I've bought a BH Cosmetics palette, I bought a Beauty Bay palette, I've bought a the Lunar Beauty Spell palette, or whatever it's called, like the newest one. They had 50% off on that one day, and I actually shared it on my on my Instagram, and I was like, hey guys, if you want this, you better go for it now. And so many of you actually bought it, so I'm so happy that I could share that and you could see it. But then I bought from Colourpop as well, so I bought like 5 eyeshadow palettes. I don't know, I never really buy from Colourpop anymore, so I wanted to buy them all, and if I don't like them when I see them in person, I thought that I could just give them to someone in Christmas present or whatever it is. But the thing is that Beauty Bay is so quick. Like the same day that I bought the palettes, I got all of my orders. I bought the Dose of Color foundation as well, by the way. But when I bought them, they were like, okay, now it's shipped within hours. And Colourpop has still not shipped my palettes. I bought the Pretty Fresh foundation from them as well, or the tinted moisturizer, and then I bought like 2 lipsticks and some products from Fourth Way, which is their sister brand. I'm just taking a little bit of this brown, but I think I'm actually gonna change it to the purple. But I took this brown right there. I'm gonna take my it's my Pleasure, so I'm gonna take the shade Sleeper instead. Tapping it off. And then I'm just gonna go in with it right here. Going from not buying any palettes, I'm feeling so proud. I've bought like 500 million palettes, it feels like, so that's annoying. But I'm thinking about like going for a no-buy in the year 2020. Not like a full year or doing no-buys that other people have done, but doing in categories, which I've done previously. So no-buy for powders, because I have a problem. No buy on foundation, especially concealers. Concealers is something I definitely need to use up. I've bought so many this year that I need to use some of the ones that I have up. I'm thinking of putting a limit on eyeshadow palettes, like Kelly Gooch had one year. You can only purchase X amount of palettes, and if I were to do 3 eyeshadow palettes, I'm just gonna be honest right now, that if, for instance, one of my friends were to come out with a collab, I would for sure buy it, because I would break the rules for them, of course. Speaking of that, Amy Loves Makeup has collaborated with Amy Loves Makeup has collaborated with Amy Hart's Beauty. I always confused it too. They have done an eyeshadow palette that is called Alma, and I'm so proud of her, and I'm so happy. Now, she said that she would send it to me, so I'm just kind of waiting for it, but as soon as I get it, I'll have a little tutorial up. I'll have on Instagram, I'll probably have like a YouTube video as well, but I'm just gonna put a little picture on it right here and just say that if you wanted to purchase it, you can, and I am biased. Now, Amy said that some people might be a little bit surprised that she didn't do a green eyeshadow palette, but that she took in account that so many brands were doing green eyeshadow palettes. So I'm so happy that she didn't do a green eyeshadow palette. Because it feels like we have gotten so many of those. So I'm very, very happy about the fact that she did a purple palette, like her perfect purple palette, and I love purple, so, and it's beautiful. I'm gonna take the shade Bare Minimum, but I'm gonna talk a bit more about it in my videos that I'm going to do about the palette, but I just thought that I would mention it. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Oh, and look how well it goes with the green crease. No, with a warm crease. Now I'm gonna take the shade Earth Shine. This one I think that they have as a single actually, which I think I've said like a zillion times. So I'm just gonna clean up this fallout, put on some mascara and such, and I will also eat breakfast, walk my dog, and then I'll be back in like 5 zillion hours. I have no idea where I was because it's been hours. My head is exploding, and you know, I just had to eat, I had to take Sig out. Sorry, I had to do a bunch of different stuff. I'm gonna do my concealer, but yeah, that's anyway what I was thinking about, like going on a no buy when it comes to certain categories and only allowing myself to purchase some items. But yeah, it's a thought and we'll see where we'll end up. I'm gonna take my NYX NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer, and this is in the shade Alabaster, I think, yes. Dot dot dot. I did go in with the e.l.f. Cream Contour palette as well, just to bronze up my skin a tad. I'm going in with a sponge just to blend it out a little bit. Oh, I have been so into fashion lately, and I'm not like a fashionable person or anything, but I've been trying a bit more when it comes to clothes and like, you know, fashion in general, and I get so inspired by Nicole Renee Cutler. I've talked about her for years, you guys know I love her, and I have been so much more into neutrals, and I know that a lot of you guys thinks that it's so boring and you're allowed to think so. I mean, I've been trashing on neutrals for so long, so I don't think it's strange or anything that you are like, what is happening with you? But I want to do the makeup that I want to wear, you know, and it doesn't matter if it is a smoky eye or a rainbow eye or a neutral eye. So I just wanted to say that I will continue to do the makeup that I want to do, but I understand that some of you might think that it's a little bit boring. I'm gonna take my Too Faced Peach Powder, but back to fashion. I've been having so much fun with it. So the day before, I acting like a kid. So I'm gathering all of the clothes that I'm gonna wear the next day, and then I put them right here actually, so that they are all done. And then I change purse if I feel like, okay, this purse is gonna be a little bit better with this outfit. I pick which shoes I'm gonna wear, and you know, I'm just having so much fun with it, and it's so fun as well because I feel pretty. I talk with my mom a lot about this, but my mom, she's a little bit like me. She loves clothes, she loves fashion, she wears what she want to wear, you know, but she thinks that clothes and makeup and everything is fun, but she's more towards clothes than makeup. She had a little bit of like, she wanted to buy like a lot of makeup, and she was really obsessed about it about like 2 to 3 years ago, but now she's kind of like more toned down a little bit because she has already built her collection. Mom and I, we have talked about the fact that it's not about you walking outside and feeling like, oh my god, I'm the shit, I'm the most beautiful person in the entire world, but it's something so important to feel, you feel good about yourself and you're like, okay, today I feel pretty, I like this outfit. It's not about the fact that you love yourself, or I think you know what I mean. when you have good clothes and like good makeup and everything, but your hair is super greasy and you kind of feel disgusted. But if you feel disgusting, I mean, but if you kind of wake up and you get ready and you feel everything is good, then it's like, oh yes, the day is bound to get good. I don't know. I'm just gonna take this and drag out the powder a little bit. I'm gonna take one of my favorite bronzers. This is from the Balm Take Home the Bronze in the shade Oliver. And I know that a lot of you guys have said yes to fashion hauls and stuff like that, fashion videos in general, which makes me so happy. I think that they are a little bit hard to do because I've only done one and I thought that that was a little bit hard to do. But I want to do more, so yeah, and I'm on the hunt for like the perfect red boots. I'm so in love with the color red now. I found a red bag yesterday that I really wanted. I have my red coat and now I want like a pair of red boots. So yeah, it's just like, it's fun. I think it is just because of the fact that I've done makeup so much, and now I don't know, I think it's something about the fact that I've done makeup so long on this channel and I've tried to change it up and I've tried to do different things, and now I just feel like I have so much makeup. I've been more towards skincare. I think that that is so much fun. Okay, so I put back all of the palettes. I'm just gonna do my under eyes really quick, but I'm gonna take the Subculture palette because I have it in my current shop I stash, so it's kind of laying right here and it has a lot of similar tones and such. So I'm gonna take the shade New Wave, which is this orangey yellowy tone. Tap it off, and then I'm just gonna take it under my eyes. I think I struggled a lot when doing a lot of reviews and such, mainly, and trying out new palettes and everything, because I've said this so many times on my channel, but I love the makeup that I love, and I love to use the makeup that I love, which you can probably see about on this palette, for instance. You can see that I've loved to use this, and I still love to use it. I want to smoke this, by the way, kind of low, so I'm just gonna do it one more sweep, just like so. And when getting all of this new makeup, I wasn't using my other palettes that I already loved because I was constantly trying out new formulas and all of that, and I just felt so overwhelmed. Now I'm taking the It's My Pleasure palette, and I'm gonna take the shade Sleeper once again, and I'm just gonna press this towards my like lowest lash line right here. Maybe this wasn't the best brush, but I don't want it to be like too iffy, so I'm trying just to place this right here. Oh, I think I did an okay job. So I struggled a lot with that, and then I just felt bored with it. Now, of course, I bought so many palettes, so just, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like, it's all of this new makeup constantly coming out, and it's a lot. And a lot of people think that it's a lot, and you know, you have all of these indie brands coming out with amazing things, and then you have the more hyped brands coming out with a lot of things, and it's just like, is this never gonna end? So I'm really happy because I bought the Jackie Aina palette, and I've watched so many tutorials on that palette. I've watched so many videos on it, and I felt like I thought about it for such a long time before purchasing it. So I know that that is like a well thought out product and that I'm probably gonna love. So I just did my mascara off camera, and now I'm gonna take the Natasha Denona Bloom palette, and I'm gonna take the blush. I usually get questions about like what brush I like to use with cream blushes, and this is the brush that I love to use. This is from Jack's Beauty line, and they kind of work with, I don't know what kind of people they work with, but they have people who comes to the place and then they paint this. So each brush looks differently. So if I bought this brush, and like I bought this exact brush 10 times, all of the 10 brushes would look differently on the handle, not of course the bristles. I think that that is pretty cool. But yeah, I'm just gonna Bloop, 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 bloop. So yeah, I think that that is pretty cool, but I got this in PR when I was blogging so many years ago, and I was never really a huge fan of it. I don't think I thought it was a bad brush, but I just hadn't found the perfect thing. And then this year, when I started to love cream blushes, I found the product to work with. Or I found where I like it the most, but I don't actually know if they use animal hair or not. I have no idea because it sheds like animal hair, but it is like a stipple brush. So if you don't wanna purchase from animal hair or anything, if it is animal hair, I would say like just check out certain stipple brushes. Sigma might have, BH Cosmetics might have, e.l.f. might have, NYX might have, you know, just kind of look into it. So when I feel like I have blushed a little bit too much, like I've done on this side, I usually take my bronzer brush and I just kind of do a little bit like this so that it goes away a little bit. And I'm actually gonna take this glow powder as well. So I'm just taking this on like two fingers, I mean. I have the Cover FX in my current Shop My Stash, but the problem is that that one dissolves the powder on my face. So I have a little bit of a problem using that. I have to put that on before I powder the rest of my face, but even then, like when I powder under my eyes and shit, I get a little bit of powder right here. So even then, it kind of ruins the makeup a little bit and kind of dissolves. Powder doesn't really go very well on top of it, so I don't know, I think that it's a little bit strange. But I usually just pat this into my skin, as you can see, pat, 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 pat. So I'm taking a brush and just picking up, no way, I hit pan in this highlight. Look, I don't know if you can see it, but damn, I thought that I was no way near hitting pan. Well, you can see that I like the product. Look at that. I don't mind it though, like I've spent my money on this and you guys know how much I love it, so if I would run out, which I doubt, I could just purchase it again if I felt the need to. So yeah, taking the Revolution Hydrate and Fix. Woo! I think I'm gonna take this Colourpop lipstick. This is in the shade What's Your Sign. It looks like this. It's kind of just like a nude. Okay guys, I am done. This is not what I'm gonna wear. I really like this shirt actually. I bought this from ASOS. This is from River Island. And you can see that it has these buttons, which I think are super cute. And then this lace collar. I think that this is super cute, but more for like work, not a date. It's a little bit more, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I think that that is all that I had for you guys today. So I do hope you liked this little video. I hope you liked this little makeup and me just kind of sitting down and talking a little bit with you guys. But yeah, hope that you liked it, and if you did, give me a little thumbs up. If you did not enjoy this video, give it a thumbs down, and if you want to, subscribe. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!